Alright, we're back. Screaming Demons RC SDRC in the shop today. I've got a couple of products to review and install. Do a little video here for you guys. First thing we'll be checking out is the T-BONE Racing TBR V4 rear wheelie bar set for the Traxxas Xmaxx. And also, to go with that, we'll be checking out and reviewing the B&M RC Racing wheelie bar set. The wheels, sorry. They come with bearings and all the mounting hardware you need, the spacers and everything like that. It's specially designed for this kit here for the T-BONE Racing wheelie bar. So I'll get the packages open and show you what's in each package here in just a second. Alright, we're going to look at the wheelie bar, or the wheels for the wheelie bar first here. Really nice green. It's a little bit different maybe than my camera's picking up. It's a real neon green, kind of like almost, I don't know, Kawasaki green. It's a little bit more mint looking on my camera. But yes, they're definitely a neon green. Really nice. Definitely hard, but still a bit of, you can stick your nail into them. They're not too hard. I think they'll be good on the road and off-road. They also come with 4 bearings, 2 for each wheel, 2 spacers, 1 for each wheel, and a long Allen-headed screw for each side. Plus, as always, B&M, take apart your packaging nice and carefully. Pop out those staples, because this is actually just one big sticker you can cut up and decorate up your toolbox or in your shop. Those good people at B&M always thinking. Anyway, and also these reusable Ziplocs. All the parts come in that too, so you're not just throwing away some piece of garbage plastic. You get to throw those in your toolbox for some spares. Alright, we're going to check out the T-BONE wheelie bar here next. Alright, I've got the kit opened up here. As you can see, here's the hardware for it. There is no instructions in it, so I would take it that you go on to T-BONE Racing and check out their how to assemble it, or you can just figure it out yourself. It doesn't look too complicated there. There's only so many places the screws can go in. I figured that these 2 long little plates here were probably meant to go right there because they look like they fit exactly in that spot, as I guess a spacer or something on the bottom of the truck that goes to the skid plate of the Xmaxx, because you don't take your skid plate of your Xmaxx off. I believe you keep it all on. Alright, and as always, before I install any new bearings, I pop out the seals with a small screwdriver, like this, flathead, or like a nice little razor blade, but something that you're not going to cut the seals with. Maybe not too sharp, but still a good fine point. Get in there between the seal and the race of the bearing right there, and just pop it out. And then add some lubricant, whatever you choose, grease or some oil. I go with, it's a lubricant that one of our crew members here has come up with. It's an SD lube that we're going to be releasing here in the near future, hopefully. I add it to the bearings. You can see it looks shiny, but there's not a lot of like grease or any residue there, so it doesn't slow your bearings down for spinning. It stays on there, clings really nice, and yeah, that's what we use for all the bearings here at the SD shop, and some of the crew uses. And like I said, we'll hopefully be getting that out to you guys soon this year. Anyway, bearings look good. The seals they're not metal, they're just a plastic seal, very basic. Works good. Like I said, make sure you do oil them or grease them up. They didn't have a lot from the factory. Other than that, we're going to get this put back together. Here's one half done, obviously, with the spacer in. Here's the other one done with the spacer in. So we'll just have to bolt that together onto the wheelie bar in a second here. Alright, I've got the wheels, B&M's wheels, put on the T-BONE wheelie bar here. I've noticed that here's the first one. This is how it would be stock. There was a bit of, you can see that movement there, and that's fully tightened down. So it's like the spacer is a little bit too long. The aluminum spacer that comes with the B&M wheels is a little too long. So what I did to correct that is I just found a washer right here that basically you take off the wheel and slide this over the spacer that goes in the bearing. Slide that over the spacer, and then it will eliminate most of that this is the side that wobbles, sorry. This is the side with the spacer in there, or the washer, sorry. So it eliminated quite a bit of that free play and movement, still allowing it to spin nice and freely. So that's fine. Basically, if I was B&M, I would just take off a little bit of their thickness, or their length, sorry, of the spacer that they supply. Probably about 3 millimeters, something like that. Just a little thicker maybe than this washer here, and that would be good to go. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with this. I'll get this other washer installed on that wheel, and we'll get the rest of the wheelie bar together. Alright, I've got the stock Traxxas Xmaxx wheelie bar off of the truck now. And as you can see, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just replacing it with this new one. I thought I would check it out, see what the hype is all about. A lot of people are using them, so I want to give it a shot, put one on my truck. Now, obviously, the size is a lot different. This one here, the T-Bone, is quite a bit heavier than the stock one, so the added weight, we'll see how it handles it. I'm not quite sure how it's going to be when it comes down on it really hard, on the very back, or doing backflips when it snags the ground. We'll have to see if it puts up with it, if I rip a wheel off, if I break a piece or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to put it through a torture test. You guys keep watching the channel and you'll see how it handles it. Anyway, I'm going to get it put onto the truck. I just got a few more screws to take out of the skid plate, and it will be put on, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, here's something I just noticed while assembling it. They give you 4 screws, these long Allen head, countersunk Allen head ones. These go through the bottom of the skid plate and wheelie bar, through the stock skid plate of the Xmaxx, and into your bottom of your bulkhead here. Well, when I tightened them down all the way, they basically tightened down and started coming and pushing this casing, the diff casing, apart and pushing it up from the bulkhead, basically saying that these screws are a little bit too long once you snug them right down. I don't know if you can see, but I'm just going to take off probably not very much, a couple of threads at the end, probably about 2 threads, maybe probably 2 threads should probably do it. Just a couple of millimeters off the end of the screw with a zippy cutter, and then file it just so it's nice like it would have been factory there. And then that should do. So hopefully, being as all the Xmaxx and all the bumpers and all that should be the same, this is probably going to be a case on all of them. So if you get this, you might want to, before you tighten it right down, check that out, that it's not pushing your casing apart. I'm going to actually undo this screw here and push this down as hard as I can, and then retighten the screw just to make sure that's sealed good there and it didn't push it apart, and loosen that screw off just slightly. I'm pretty finicky when it comes to my builds, so I like to make sure they're right. Anyway, I'm going to get this zippy cut, and then we'll get on to the rest of it. Alright, there it is, all installed on my Xmaxx. My truck's not completely together. I'd show you what it looks like outside. Still, the whole front end's ripped off of it. But there it is, all installed. Looks really good. It's a really nice design. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to see how it works out there bashing the compound. And like I said, the only things I could find that I had to modify at all was adding the washers to the B&M wheel set, because the spacer, the aluminum spacer, was a bit long. Other than that, so B&M could shorten that or check into that a bit, just so there's not as much play and slop in these wheels. Also, T-Bone's mounting hardware for the skid plate at the bottom, I had to shorten those 2 screws by about 3 millimeters, just so that they weren't pushing on the diff housing casing there. They were pushing it up a bit when they bottomed out and hit it. So other than that, I'm really impressed with the wheelie bar and the wheels. I can't wait to test them out there. Still waiting for a few parts to arrive in the mail from my Xmaxx, and then I'll be doing a video and getting that put back together. And we'll be out there bashing the compound pretty soon. Hopefully this coronavirus goes away and get the crew all back together and do some bash videos for you guys. And so if you want to get the wheelie bar and the wheel set, contact Awesome RC, B&M RC Racing. They sell the wheels and the wheelie bar set both separate, but you can buy them together from them. The wheels come in multiple colors, I believe, blue, red, green, maybe even orange. I'm not sure on all the colors, but anyway, check them out. They're great guys there. Thanks again for watching, you guys. If you like that, hit the bell and throw me a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe before you leave the channel. And again, SDRC, Screaming Demons RC, we're out.